Hello guys, welcome back to another episode of Pac-Man World. And I have a bit of an announcement to make. You're not getting a video this Friday. Why? Well, that's a good question. And to answer that question, the reason why is because you're going to get it next year. What do I mean by next year? Sorry, I'm just clowning around. It's going to be in 2026. I'm sorry. All right, whatever. So yeah, this is the last video of this year. Yeah, you have a lot to go over in a way. Kind of. If you really think about it, there's a lot to go over. I mean, where was I at with in terms of my career, in terms of my YouTube career? Let's just put it that way. A lot has changed over the years, or at least over the months that I've been here, and it's strange, but also I don't know. I think it's something that I thought I'd bring up. Sorry for the silence. I'm just it's something I thought I'd bring up because we've went through so much this year in a way, and I'm just viewing my channel right now in terms of videos on what I've done this year. It's crazy. I've went through. Let's see. What was the LP I was on when I was doing this? This video. Well, let's see. I think we were on video number. I think we were on video number 8 of LP number 8. I want to say, because I think LP number 8 was New Super Mario Bros. DS. If I had to guess anything, I'm pretty sure. I should know this. Yeah, it's LP number 8. So, yeah, and coming to you 2025 so far. So I kind of want to I kind of wish I watched the video prior to this. What I was talking about. But just to get things on track, things have definitely changed drastically this year in a way, in terms of just how things affect our consoles. Definitely my attitude has definitely changed over the year. This year, I'm not as goofy as you remember me. I have fun still and everything. I'm still the same in that area, basically. I hope I am anyway. Entertainment-wise, I don't think I am that entertaining. Let's be honest here. Unless you guys find me entertaining. That's probably why you clicked on this video. Matters to make things matter more. I've just been seeing a lot of views in the recent LPs and everything like that. And I just think that's amazing. Also, definitely go give the Chucky video a chance. I know it's just a bunch of clips, but I think it's funny, at least, in a way. Unless you don't want to see that segment, which I understand completely. By the way, just make sure you pay attention. How do you screw this up, PS1? How did you? I guess. It was the 1990s, 2000s technically, but come on, it's a mirror. It should be showing Pac-Man's face. How is it that not the case? I feel like that should have been easy to do. Well, whatever. Apparently it's a black background towards the front. Which makes sense. Yeah. What was the? I guess we can rate the LPs so far, since it is going to be the last video of this year, and we're going to be here for quite a bit, as you can see how long this video is. So we're only 5 minutes in, and I'm kind of sorry. So I hope you enjoyed that segment of just going into the space stage, because I am showing a bit of errors. And by the way, if I'm showing you a bonus stage and I'm just showing the last level or whatever, assume that I've gotten assume that I got the 100% on all the other stages, because I actually went back and went ahead and did the entire stages again and got the 100% on the bonus stage. I mean, it's not required in this game by any means, because in terms of getting 100% in this game, to like claim it on your file, by the way, the only way you're gonna 100% this game is if you end it off on a weird percentage point, and I'll share that in the second to last video of this LP, which probably will be most likely releasing next year, and hopefully by then I'll you know, probably maybe clear some things up and probably have some more knowledge on the current situations that are going on right now. And honestly, thank you guys for like, you know, supporting me and everything in these videos, and I really do appreciate it. I mean, heck, I mean that Epstein video, like I didn't talk about it too much. I just like, you know, I was just like, yo, like, okay, they just dropped the files, cool. I mean, great. Now some justice finally, you know, can be, you know, just, you know, taken to action finally, hopefully. I mean, it doesn't really change my life per se, but I'm glad it will probably change lives of others for the better, in a sense, if that makes sense. And I hope it continues to like go in that direction where we, you know, get the truth out and just constantly like just, you know, like get people accounted for and just, you know, put the creeps away, you know. And yeah, I'm sorry. I don't want to talk about it too much because I you know, my opinion can you know, anger some people, and I'm very extreme with what I say a lot of the time. It makes sense for me to be extreme because I mean, really, I don't give a crap what anybody says about me. I really don't, and I really don't give a crap about anybody else's opinions in terms of like about me. If it comes to something about me, like I don't care. Unless you're like my really close friend in my inner circle, I'm not gonna care about your opinion. Your opinion does not matter to me in the slightest at all. So, you know, just I don't see any comments thankfully about like, oh, you shouldn't be talking about this, blah blah blah. Like, no, I'm gonna talk about what I want to talk about to my YouTube channel. I don't care if it's like very extreme. I'm gonna say very extreme things because, you know, that's just how I am. You know, like I'm a Christ-like follower, and I'm someone who wants to expose truth, and I want to expose things. You know, things need to be exposed for a reason, so that way people know, you know, what to be aware of when they, you know, see what you are representing or what is being represented when they meet whatever is being represented. Because that is important to, know. And yeah, you know, it's just very important. At least in my opinion, I think it's very important for people to just be real with each other. You know, just. Now, obviously, yeah, I'm not gonna go and share my you know, my life with y'all, because I don't know y'all. Y'all are strangers to me. I gotta be honest with you. Like, y'all are strangers that are just watching some dude play Pac-Man World right now. And, you know, somebody who's commentating over the video gameplay, because that's what I need to do, and that's my job, you know? Obviously, like, I enjoyed this to some degree. I mean, this game is really, like, kind of, like, opened my eyes on how much I really enjoy playing games in a way. But it is what it is, you know? You just gotta take in the good with the bad sometimes, you know? But, anyways, I thought I'd go ahead and review some games that I've done in the past, and honestly, like, just rate them right now looking back at it, you know? Because I thought it would be a good idea to do that, you know? Just kind of reflect it. And while Manny's not here, I'll have a chance to, like, just, you know, it's just my thoughts alone in terms of the 10 LPs so far. I'm not rating this game yet. You'll see that when I get to LP number 20 or something, or probably LP number 21 if that ever happens. We'll see. But so far this game, from what I've played, I mean, I've pretty much finished it already. The gameplay, I just need to actually like release the recordings and release like me talking, obviously, because I mean, that's the way I'm gonna be able to stay focused. Obviously, the reactions, there's not. I mean, I can tell you how I reacted in some points. I mean, you're probably gonna see a lot of that in this video for sure later on. But let's just get to the nitty gritty and you know, let's just break the video games for right now because I think that's just important for me in terms of right now. So let's go to Let's Play number 1, which is Super Mario Sunshine. Now, I gotta say, like, as a video game that I have never played before and I played it for the first time, finally at the age of, like, I think, what was it? When was this released? Like 3 years ago? I don't know how old I was, but, I'm not gonna, you know, I don't need to expose that too much, right? Yeah, if you know me, you know me. If you don't, you don't. I don't really care too much. But, anyways, I played this game finally for the first time because I never played it as a kid. And I think experience-wise, like just being able to play it firsthand on the Switch, on All-Star, you know, on the All-Stars. Now, obviously, like the original would be on the GameCube, but you know, I don't have that, do I? No. I have somehow I've obtained the system to be able to play this, so there you go. But more on that later. Anyways. The rating. So Super Mario Sunshine probably was something that I've played, and you know, I didn't have high hopes for it. It's a video game that was made in 2002, so obviously I'm not going to expect something like, you know, eye-popping or anything. Like maybe a little bit, but like, you know, something for its time that would be appropriate for its time. You know, in terms of like how things, mechanics work and everything, and like graphics and everything. Like they're not going to be super mind-blowing, obviously. Now, I mean, it would be nice if they remake it in the sense of, like, having, like, a whole new style. I think that would be great. I mean, there's people that are, like, trying to, like, do a ROM hack of Super Mario 64 on Sunshine. The Sunshine version of Super Mario 64 DS. You know, I think that's something I would definitely play in the future in this channel, maybe on a live stream, because, I mean, why am I gonna, you know, maybe that might, you know, we'll see what happens from there. Because programming is, you know, a lot to handle and a lot to manage, and especially when you have a busy life schedule, it ain't something that can just easily be done. We're just going to go with that. So, what do I rate Super Mario Sunshine? I rate Super Mario Sunshine, I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna rate it a 6 out of 10. The reason why I rate it a 6 out of 10 is because there's a lot of janky, like, gameplay, a lot of jankiness that I'm not a fan of. It boggles, like, the players' minds, it boggles me a lot, too much. And it frustrates me too. And I think a video game that frustrates you, I think is already easily a deductible point, you know. So it's not gonna make a 10 out of 10. Now, I will say this though, like, given like the storytelling, it was good, and then like revealing like a twist villain, and like twist villain being Bowser's son of all people, like it's, you know, crazy. And then voice acting, just like the idea was good, but the execution just wasn't there. I don't know. The execution could have been better. Just put it that way. I think like passion was kind of there, but now, regardless of that, regardless of that, you know, I did enjoy it to some degree. You know, I did enjoy it. You know, I enjoyed the game, and that's what matters. But what were the other things that well, I think the other things are, if I had to like be honest with everyone, and be honest with myself, I think like the jankiness was just like the missions, the blue points, especially the blue point mission was just like crazy. And then let's not forget about the that water level, which I'm gonna be honest, I am surprised I got it my first try, because I am not kidding you, but I waited like I think I used to work at I used to work at a fast food restaurant. I'm not gonna say the name because I don't want to mention it too much. I think I've mentioned it before, but I'm not gonna mention it now. I mean, you remember, you don't. I'm not presenting my life to the world here, guys. I know I'm, you know, like as a as a streamer, or not streamer really, but like as a, like an LPer or anybody who's a YouTuber or anything like that wants to like vent things out, I think it's only safe to vent things out to people that you can trust, not to strangers. Hey buddy, I just met you like 2 seconds ago. I just met you like 2 seconds ago. Hey, like let's make sense of things. I definitely feel this dramatically. The mistake was doing that. Don't do this when you're playing the bonus stage, because you're not gonna end up here. That is why. So you're gonna screw yourself up doing that. Now, what would I recommend doing? You'll see it now. Actually, no, not now. Yeah, I'll show it in the third stage. Cause like I said, like I might as well just be authentic with it and show like failures. Cause honestly though, like if I'm being really honest, this bonus stage was probably the easiest out of all the bonus stages like I've done in this game. No crap, no BS or anything. I am serious. You know, like, you know, no studs, no bull studs. I don't know. There's no bull studs about it, you know. And yeah. So yeah, I'll just show that. I'll just show the mistakes, and then I'll show you like the time that I did for all 3 stages later on after I, you know, did this world. And so yeah, back to number 1, Somewhere Sunshine. I think I mentioned the pinball. I mentioned the water level. Yeah, I literally set up an entire. Sorry for like sidetracking, by the way. I'm really like prone to doing this. And you can already tell already. But anyways, like on that poison water level where you're on the lily pad, you know, that was the last sunshine I got, and I saved literally like for like a day off from work because my schedule was like different back then. Right now I work Monday through Friday every week, and I have the weekends free. Obviously, I have a set schedule, and I like that. Now, let's be quite frank with everyone. Now, when I do this, when I was on my day off, I was like, I literally set a whole hour aside to do this thing. Because I knew, I had a feeling like if I was frustrated with the pinball stage, if I was frustrated with like the door opening and other gameplay wise, and just how Mario moves is crazy, you know, and then just also by just shooting blitzes alone, I think getting to that stage is also like a bark and a half. I was like, I need to strap myself to be ready. So like, I really, no, like really, I really need to be ready for this. So what did I do? Well, it's simple. I set up a whole hour to do it, but then I somehow was just able to like do it. You know, I was just able to do the stage, like legitimately, and it wasn't that hard for me. Now I know like people had nightmares of just doing that level in general, and so I'm gonna consult with you all on that one. Like I'm not saying like, oh, that was the easiest one for me. Like I was literally prepared. So I spent the rest of the day just like, you know, like editing the video, obviously, because I had time on my hands. So I was like, finally, like I have time on my hands to release the video. So yeah, I don't remember 2022 that well. So I don't know. That was 2022. Now the next LP that I was with Jay, are my other co-commentator. That's when co-commentators were a thing, and I think I had a co-commentator with Alex Chid, and he's not back at all. I'm gonna be honest, he's not coming back. Yeah, but for reasons like we just decided not to work with each other anymore. And I mean, we're still in touch. We're not in bad terms, which is a good thing. So we're not in bad terms. We just decided it'd just be best to not work with each other anymore. And as well as Oof, like we just decided not to work with each other anymore. I mean, we know each other. Me and Oof know each other in real life, but like we're just we just thought it'd be best to just keep that relationship that. When I'm working with people, I want to make sure that I'm like, you know, like, obviously we can have a professional stance with people, but I have to understand, like, you know, not everyone's going to be professional all the time with everything, you know? So, and that was the same thing with Jay, when I was with Jay during the co-commentator sections. Which we had really good conversations, I won't lie, but it was like, yeah, there was a lot of personal things we shared that we probably shouldn't have shared. I mean, not that it exposed anything in our lives too much. Like, it was good, you know. We were authentic with things, but it was just like, maybe we should have shared that one. It's fine, you know. We're good. But like, we also had good conversations that were a little bit controversial. I won't lie, and I'm okay with that. You know, I'm okay with controversial things. That's what gets them. I mean, honestly, that's what. I mean, what else is gonna get them views nowadays? I mean, come on. I mean, people love drama. People love seeing people fall. So, like, I'm sure, like, there's a lot of y'all out there that are like, this guy's gonna screw up today. We're gonna expose him for it. We're gonna milk the heck out of this. And if you're sitting there waiting for my failure, I'm so sorry. Like, I pray that you find your help the help that you need, you know, to, you know, do your own life. Because I'm sorry that you have to hate me. But anyways, moving forward. Super Mario Galaxy, LP number 2. Now, honestly, this was more of a nostalgia thing for me, but when I played it on the channel, I did not think that was going to be actually this, not the PS1 version, but the remake was going to be my second LP originally. Actually, no, it was going to be LP number 3. I'm going to be honest, it was going to be LP number 3. Probably should have shared that. Oh well. I'll get back to that topic after I rate this game. So Super Mario Galaxy. Well, you get to 200% the game. Well, really 202% the game. There's a Mario mode, there's a Luigi mode, and I played both modes on the channel. Obviously, which made it I think it's the longest LP around, if I had to guess. I mean, let's look. It has a total of 47 videos, making it the longest LP I've had in this channel. Paper Mario 64 coming up close to second, you know? And, yeah, with that said, you know, I think, you know, the game was great, mechanics were great, the idea was just fantastic. Anything with space, honestly, though, let's be honest, like, you can go crazy with how aliens look and everything. It's just like you can go off the rails with everything. So like honestly, like, you know, good for Nintendo for that one. Honestly, like I'll give you that praise. I just personally, I don't think it's something that I would pick. Like, I'm not looking for a game that was released like back in like 18 years ago. Like it's literally legally an adult now. Like Super Mario Galaxy is legally an adult. If we're being real here, you know, it was made back in 07, you know? And what year is it right now? Oh yeah, 2025, if you're watching this video right now. On the day that I released it, you know? If you're watching it on the day that I released it, like, it's... oh yeah, I died, so I had to, like, you know, obviously game pride myself on this one, so I'm leaving this in because, I have to edit it out, but it's fine, it's fine. I'm showing that I'm here and I can make it back without dying. Like, I don't need some death boost just to get back to the door. I'm trying to show you it's possible. I want to just ensure that to the world, you know? Anyways, moving forward. I think the gameplay was good. Story was great, in my opinion. I think, like, there was extended story that was released on the Switch version of this game that's not on All Stars, but it's exclusively onto the Switch version of this game. So there's that, and you can play it on 4K if you're playing on the Switch too, I guess. I'm sorry, I'm not hyping Nintendo that much right now. But there's that though. Certainly, I mean, I played a lot of. I mean, they were all Nintendo games. Let's be honest here, like that I played. So there you go. Moving on though, Super Mario Galaxy. I give it an 8 out of 10. I think there were some missions that were just like extremely like difficult, that were just like the difficult scaling that should have been like lower. And then there was other areas where I think the difficulty should have been ramped up, I'm gonna be honest with you. And so there's that to look at. So moving along though, let's see. What else is there? I mean, the Bowser fight could have been. Actually, no. The Bowser fight was fine. I think it was actually pretty epic in the series, like the most epic one in the series. I like the Bowser Jr. fight as well. What am I doing? Okay, I guess I'm like reveling from there. Alright, so yeah, the Bowser Jr. fights was good. The other boss fights were fun to do. Dude, I would want to play it. I honestly want to play it again right now. But I'm currently doing another game right now. If you couldn't already guess. Yes, I'm playing my video game. Since I pretty much finished this game and the remake, you know, I thought it was appropriate. Like, okay, now I can actually like finish my favorite game, the remake version. So we'll see that soon on this channel, maybe. We'll see. Very soon, maybe. So moving forward, I think an 8 out of 10 is good for Super Mario Galaxy. I think it's a good, I think it's a good direction to say, or a good thing to say. Now, onto LP number 3, which LP number 3, I did not expect to do this, but I did it because, you know, I thought it was time for a change of pace to like play a game that was not on the Switch, because as I said before, originally the remake version of this game was going to be LP number 3, but because I had other plans and Super Mario Wonder was coming out, I thought it would make sense to like, you know, ramp out New Super Mario Bros. It's the easiest game to do, and I'm gonna be honest, like, as I said before with, like, how in terms of, like, the 2D platformers of Mario, you know, like, in terms of, like, creativity and just, like, with, like, my list of, like, what would be my favorite New Super Mario Bros. Game in the series, Wii is definitely number 1, number 2 is DS, number 3 is this game that I'm talking about, Super Mario Bros. U, but... Now, because of the lack of creativity, I'm gonna be honest, I'm sorry, but it's a 5 out of 10. I mean, the story was great, the power-ups are great, bosses... I got sick of the bosses. I mean, I know it's the Koopalings. They're good bosses, but I just think, like, I mean, I'm literally fighting clones of Bowser Jr., basically, at this point. And it's like, which... You're not gonna like the review I have for Super Mario Bros. Wonder, because I kind of changed my mind on the rating of that game too. But 5 out of 10 is the reason why the story was as creative as it can get. You know, I think they could have done way better on it, honestly. Why? And I like the concept of like having an interconnected like world map. I think that's cool. I think that's really cool. I'm just not a fan of like how it was completely done per se. I just, you know, I think that could have been done in Wii, could have been done in 2, and that would have been higher on my list. But no. I'm sorry. It's just I'm sorry, it's just not doing it for me, man. I like the Baby Yoshi mechanics, but I just felt like it just made the game a lot and way too much easier. I think there was a lot of places where, yeah, I could have died and stuff like that. The Special World was definitely something that was on par to like challenging and something that I enjoyed to some degree, but it was just like, yeah, this game is made for babies. I can't do this. I have to be honest with myself. So when moving on to Let's Play number 4, which is Super Mario Bros. Wonder, which on the first day of its release, you know how early I had to get up in the morning to flip and like get the first video out? And mind you this, I did not have good internet back in those days, okay? When was this, Wonder released? Like, it was released 2 years ago, which was back in 2023, okay? It was released back in 2023 in October, alright? You wanna know how early I had to get up just to get that game out? Mind you, thankfully I didn't have the current job I have right now because I would have been pissed if I had to wait until release it. My internet was not good. And I'm serious, it's not, I mean, it's great now, thankfully, because now I can actually release a video, like, you know, like, in less than 2 hours now, thankfully. Probably in an hour, reasonably. Reasonably, like, in terms of how much bandwidth the video has, how much, like, how long the videos are, right? So now you ask yourself, like, okay, what is there now to, like, do? Also, don't do what I'm currently doing gameplay-wise. I didn't realize there was a clone ball waiting for me. So, once I got the clone ball, I was like, wait, what is this for? Well, it's pretty obvious what it was supposed to be used for. So, yeah, I'm like, what? Like, so, like, I'm just gonna rush myself back up quick. Before this power runs out, because I'm not. You know, that's what I did, basically. Yeah, but moving forward with LP number 4. Yeah, you want, like, I had to, so I got up at 5:30 in the morning to set up everything, right? So I can play this game. Then, obviously, because I want the physical release, so I went to Walmart, right? And it was open at 6 in the morning, so I went to go grab the game in cash because I had the cash in hand. I was like, I want to buy the game. I was like, in cash? Yeah. Why in any other way? Like, I saved up for this game. And quite frankly, back then I didn't have much money either, so it was struggling time. Now I'm living kind of good. Now, if I could just get my own place, that would be great. But I'm considering getting a second job, so that's more on that later. And once I run out of things to talk about in this video, maybe I might not run out of anything to talk about. But yeah, I'm considering getting the second job. For those of you that know me, but we're gonna see, because that's what society's like kind of requiring at this point in a way if you're gonna own a house. Or own anything really. I mean, I have something grand that I've saved up for, and I'm so happy for it. But it's like, I mean, I'm not over it. Honestly, I'm not over it. I'm never over it. I'm just like, now I gotta move on. You know, I gotta move. So, yeah. Let's see. The gameplay, the levels were creative. The characters were very expressive, which is what I like. I like that very much. What else? I'm sorry. I'm like kind of like thinking like what else in the game that I remember. The boss wasn't just a giant boss this time, but I kind of wish it was a little bit more epic in a way. 'Cause, I mean, it was a nice party, but it was just like I thought this was like the first phase or something, you know. Okay, GG's and on the game strap there, like that was insane. Yeah. Let's see. 19 videos on it. I got to collab with Manny on it, which is good. What else is there? What was it? There's not a lot. There was a very tedious stage, which once I figured out, like, you needed a certain power up to just do the stage to be able to collect all of the collectibles that you needed to collect in 100% of the game. I was like, really, dude? That's all I needed? And I gotta be honest, I'm not too much of a fan of the elephant power-up, but I am a fan of the bubble power-up. I really like the bubble power-up. I really do. I really love it. And I like the drill one as well. The elephant just didn't... I mean, I like it. I don't hate it. I just prefer not to have that power-up in reserve. So, yeah, I don't know. Now, the bosses were very underwhelming. They're creative, but they're very underwhelming. I feel like these are bosses that I would have said, like, these would be good mid-bosses, like, mini-bosses, per se. As the main bosses of the area, I kind of wish there was, like, you know, like, we're going up against Petey Piranha, King Babam, or, I don't know, Pokey, or it's some, like, or let's stick to the theme here. There's the Rhino that I saw more of. You know, seeing a King Rhino or a Mega Rhino would have been great. Kamek would have put his magic on it with the Wonder Power as combining it. That would have been great. And then seeing Kamek as a boss at one point, like, it doesn't have to be the entire game. Just like, you know, like after you fight Bowser Jr., like after like 3 times, I got bored of him, man. I won't lie. It sucks. It just sucks seeing him over and over and over again. And when I saw him in the beginning of the final stage, I was like, am I really gonna have to fight him again? And counterintuitively, if I didn't have to fight him like 3 times or 4 times or whatever, I would be like, you know what? This is a good way to start off the stage. Like, start off with just to throw you off. Like, we're gonna start you off with a boss battle. No breathing room, just boss battle. Just final stage. I'm like, okay, I see where you're going with this. That's different for a 2D platformer. So that's creative. No, really, that is creative. But I think it was just something that, like, it could have, you know, there could have now, yeah, I was like, what was I thinking? So what you want to do on that last one? So what you want to do basically is buff bounce. Yeah, I didn't do that exactly. So OP number 5, shall we? Already halfway through the video. And we're halfway through this world. Makes sense, right? So 8% done. That's new. So, casual playthrough. I didn't 100% it because I didn't know what exactly I didn't complete the entire game to 100% it. Hopefully at some point I can do a replay and hopefully do the original game, most likely, because that actually would be, you know, really good to do. Hopefully I get that opportunity again. This saga is giving me PTSD. I'm sorry. I hate this stage so much. I like the challenge, but I hate how it was laid out, basically. Like, you'll see what I mean. When we get to a certain point, you'll see a reference of how long it basically took for me to do this stage. And I saved you an ample amount of time, so you're welcome for this video only lasting an hour. You know, about an hour at least, you know, like that would make sense, you know. So, anyways, LP number 5 was Super Mario RPG. I literally had everyone was busy, everyone was doing their own thing, so that was basically the last LP I was chitting and I kind of co-commentated on in a way. And it was just something that, yeah, I don't know. And nobody was giving it any views whatsoever because nobody likes that RPG, I guess, or likes the fact that I'm playing a hard game. I mean, I enjoyed it. It was a difficult game for me for sure. In terms of like combat and like timing and everything, there was jank here and there, but it wasn't terrible. I had fun with it. So with that said, oh, I never rated the last game, did I? Oh, Super Mario Bros. Wonder. I rated a whopping 7 out of 10. As I said before, like the bosses just killed it for me, man. The levels were great. The challenge was there. I liked the story. The story was what really brought the score up. And you know, disagree with me all you want, but I really liked the wonder effects. I really liked that there was like airship stages where it wasn't like a boss battle per se, but it was just like a little enemy to just like, you know, take down, and that was it. You know, a little challenge to, you know, finish the level. But yeah, sorry. Moving on to RPG now. Yeah, by the way, don't do what I'm doing because with getting the extra secret, because it's not worth it. It really isn't worth it. It really isn't worth it. Just try not to take damage. So right? Now, moving along now. We rescue Paxis, I think, in this video. We're rescuing Paxis. Now we get to like this game. The bosses were great. Storytelling was great. I honestly rate this game an 8 out of 10 personally for me. I don't know where I would put it in the rankings per se, but it was honestly like I really enjoy this RPG, and I hope that like Nintendo and Square Enix can make up again, so that way they can make another masterpiece like this. The soundtracks, the music was also great, and not disregarding the other LPs because I'm gonna be honest with you, like the soundtracks from Super Mario Sunshine, they were okay, they were good. Super Mario Galaxy, like they were great. New Super Mario Bros. U, alright, they were alright. I like the final boss though, the final boss soundtrack. I mean, that was great. Super Mario Bros. Wonder like had really great soundtracks. I think the soundtracks are getting stronger in terms of today's age than back then. Obviously, you can't beat the OGs like that much. This is where I hate this stage. You have a checkpoint right there, right? Now, I think there shouldn't be a checkpoint there, personally. I think the checkpoint should be back there. Not so I could definitely through this area, but like, if I'm going back, I think it will only be fair, and I think this will only be fair, if I checkpointed back here, and you know, that's the end of it. I'm up here, and we get the cherry, and then I can go back, and things will look good. Somehow, okay. I was gonna say, like, can we, like, move it to, like... there? Okay, good. Yeah, there, you can see my frustration there on how much I hate this. I'm like... Yeah, yeah. 3 attempts later on that one. So yeah, there you go. Now, yeah, RPG, Super Mario RPG, I rated an 8 out of 10. I think the bosses were great. The music was great in this game too. So yeah. Now, on to another 3D adventure, Super Mario. Actually no, it's just another Super Mario 3D. So. I rate this game 6 out of 10. I think it's not as bad as Sunshine, but I think it's just like the lack of content it had, and taking it another twist for what a 3D Mario game could have been on DS that Nintendo never really bothered to like expand on because they decided, oh yeah, here's a 3D Mario game, Super Mario 64 DS. Great game, by the way, which I'll play it at some point on this channel, but I'm just like, really? That's the only game you're gonna provide on the DS? Like, really? And you know what? You know what's actually even sadder? They were actually thinking of doing that for the 3DS. I'm not kidding you. They were actually thinking of just remaking 3DS. They were just gonna remake another 3D, like, they were gonna just remake Super Mario 64 onto the 3DS. I'm not flipping kidding with you. I'm not. So yeah, you can see, like, I'm back there. I think there should have been a checkpoint, like, if there was not going to be a checkpoint...
1 hour later.
Yeah. 1 hour later. Thank you very much. This took me an hour to do, okay? Because it's not because of this section, alright? This section only took me 20 minutes to get through, okay? Here's the real issue. Here's the real issue, okay? You go through here, and then you end up going to this platform over here to then use the trajectory of the speed to get Pac-Man to jump onto that platform that's by the door there, to then reach the chain of Pac-Dots, which just takes a foot bounce, thankfully. To then go across these balloons, which I have no issues with, because I'm okay with the collision, honestly. Like, the collision is, you know, very forgiving for once. So, and then this was the part where it took me an extra whopping 10 minutes to get through. No checkpoint yet, by the way. No checkpoint. No, you don't need a checkpoint over here, right? No, you're good. I think a checkpoint there would have been good. Yeah, so I got a checkpoint there. So I made it there, thankfully. It's good. So then I kept dying at another area, okay? I'm going to show you where. Because it's not here. Because I did not initially right away know to like just bump bounce on those platforms. When I first got there, I was just like, okay, how do I get through here? Because it's just steaming hot platforms on there. Which I think I just bash. I'm not gonna say. But yeah, actually another 3D Mario game. I mean, it was made. I mean, it's a ROM for a ROM hack. It was good. Now, if it was like sold as an actual game, like a Nintendo product, would I pay $60 for it? No, I wouldn't. I personally wouldn't. I personally wouldn't want to because, like, the game had some really good levels. It was just very underwhelming for the amount of like limitations that it had for the DS. And yeah, honestly, like, I think. Could it have been better? Yeah, definitely. And it was good, but not great. And the fact that you lack of the King Bob boss was just like another level in a way, because that was like my favorite boss to just screw around with anyway. Because I wanted to see if there was other ways to screw around with it, but unfortunately there wasn't. And then like, yeah, I don't know. That's just it. That's just weird. Now, what else is there to say? Actually, there's not really much else to say. There's not really anything else I can really say, honestly, about this game. That's just it. Like, there's not much to say, which is unfortunate. 73 stars. I mean, yeah. I mean, I like the fact that you could go to Peach and just like, that's your memory. Like, oh, I just talked to Peach. Thanks for playing. Thanks for playing the game. Because that's where the game ends. Yeah, there's a way to cheese this whole entire like session, so I just decided to cheese it. I am surprised that didn't just crush me. Like, it's happening right now. So, yeah. Just go right away. Even if it doesn't feel that safe to just go right away. So just move things along and just get to that platform. Hopefully there's a platform. If there's no platform and you're running back, that's okay, because you can always just go through the bottom and just, like, you know, go through that again. It's not a huge hassle. It really isn't. So moving things along. Let's see. Let's play number 7, Yoshi's Island. I had a lot of fun with this game. I'm not gonna lie. The bosses were great. The atmosphere was amazing, and the music was just like very intensifying, and it matches the gameplay, and it really shows what where Nintendo can go in terms of like story and lore and stuff. Like it really sets the stage for like so many questions. How everything's like just came about. How it could have went like further in. Time travel maybe could have been something that could have been implemented in the Yoshi Island series. Unfortunately, it didn't. It's fine, but so yeah, it was just something, great. It was beautiful. So I rate that game LP number 7. And the music really sold it for me too. The gameplay was great. The challenges were, they were tedious here and there, but that's another 8 out of 10 for me. And I think I'm being generous with that review. I'm being very generous. And it's not because I just like Yoshi, I just like the gameplay. Like, it was great. I enjoyed this platform. And it just really made a lot of sense. And, like, with the abilities that I had, like, I just really enjoyed it. Like, it gave me the same vibe as my, the first ever video game I ever played, even. Or maybe, yeah. And it's just like, I want to play it again. It gave me the vibe to want me to play the video game again. A good video game will give you the vibe, like, even after you play, like, I want to play it again. I want to play it again. But you just, I know, but I want to play it again. I absolutely want to play it again. And I think that's the attitude that developers and anybody who makes a game should strive for. If a video game doesn't give you that vibe of, or not even the vibe, but doesn't even give you the implication to like, hey, I want to play this game again, even though I just finished it, then like, what are we doing? That's what you should be striving for. Strive for that, and that's how you're gonna get your money's worth. You work hard on that, and you're gonna get your money's worth, because people are gonna want to play it. Get people to want to play your game repeatedly, you're gonna make bank. So it's an 8 out of 10 for me. The gripes I have are definitely, I will say, some jank. There is some jank, but it is an SNES game, so like you're gonna expect some jank. But also, and this is also the era where Nintendo actually tried, so I think that makes sense. But it's like a video game that also a kid can play, but it was just like, dude, that's like, honestly, like, that's an S tier game for me. That's like probably like my 3rd most favorite game of all time. I'm not kidding you. Yoshi's Island SNES is my 3rd most favorite game. And I know there's a GBA version, which at some point I will play the extra stages that were made in the GBA version and maybe extend it onto this. Maybe extend it to LP number 7, actually. Maybe. In the future. We'll see. Probably might see an extension to that. We'll see. So, now we move on to Let's Play number 8. A nostalgic grabbing game. A game that I played that, you know, introduction to it, you know, it's just like, you know, I came home for my birthday from school, or not even from school, just from another day at my grandparents, because my yeah, just another day at my grandparents, and yeah, I guess I could share this. I now like too much to share. But my grandfather owned a daycare, and so I was basically there. Yeah, I was at a daycare basically, and yeah, you know, it was great. You know, he just retired. I don't know when he retired. I think he retired last year or this year. I don't remember. But yeah, he's done with the business now, and he's selling everything now, so it's good. You know, good for him. So, I'm glad. I'm really glad. It's about time. So moving things along now. I mean, honestly, he should have retired 5 years ago. If I'm being honest. He made so much money in the business. It's not even funny. But like, man, my grandpa was a hustler. He was a hustler. He hustled. He really hustled for everything, and that was like, wow. Like he's like a very intelligent man. Not gonna lie. So anyway, sorry, it's not to ego, you know, not to ego blaze my grandfather. I'm sorry. Stop the video class. No, I'm reading video games right now. So to end on 2025. So yeah, let's play number. Yeah. So then I got. It was also my birthday around the time. So then I had 2 things I wanted for my birthday. I wanted the DS, and then I wanted the GBA Mario game, so I could play it on my Game Boy. Also, be careful around here. I died so much in this area that this took me another 20 whopping minutes. And if you're not even careful with where that clown is, and you rev-roll when he's there, or on the top end, you're screwed too, because there's no checkpoint. There should have been a checkpoint in that area. I think getting there should have earned me a checkpoint. Getting through that was not fun. It was not fun at all. I kid you not. I did not have fun with it. And you want to know what's worse? There's no checkpoint here either. There's no checkpoint here either. So you want to know why I paused there? Because I was like, dear God, please, let this be the attempt. Because I had so much health. Getting through this area was the killer of the run. Because that platform... Oh my gosh. That's why! That's why! That's absolutely why! I'm sorry. Watching this made me so mad. I'm sorry. Watching this made me so mad. It really did. So yeah, here's that. I cut it to this point because I was just like, yeah, I'm back to the other checkpoint, so like, that's another like 10 minutes to go through. I'm not putting you through that. Because that would be stupid. So, yeah, you know, like, you're welcome. You're welcome. I just saved you 10 minutes. Alright? You're welcome. So, now, LP number 8. New Super Mario Bros. DS. Now, we get to New Super Mario Bros. DS. And, honestly, I enjoyed the game. And as I said before, with me being, like, my favorite out of the series, not all the time, just out of the series. Yeah, getting through here was just a mark and a half. There was this section again. I'm glad that there was like the challenge was there anyway, so it was good. But I was just like not having it at this point. But moving on. So I think New Super Mario Bros. DS gave me the vibe of wanting to play it again, even though there was not much content to like do afterwards, after like 100%ing like all 8 worlds, because there was no extra world. And I feel like if the extra world just had like, if the extra world had like 2, like, or no, not 2, like just like 1 castle and then just, you know, like a few different levels, that would have made the game harder, like just 8 levels, or not even 8 levels, just like 4, you know, like 1 to like represents, you know, the areas, basically. You know, I think I would have enjoyed it to some degree. a lot more. So what do I rate it? Well, I rated it a 7 out of 10. I think it's a 7 out of 10 for those reasons. I think that's a fair score to have. It's not like the greatest game of all time, but it was definitely something that I hold on to. That's like, you have unique bosses even. Like, there's unique bosses that, like, Bowser Jr. got connections. I mean, come on, he pulled off Petey Piranha, and Petey Piranha was a reference to Sunshine, you know? And just like, by the way, like, y'all go crazy with Petey Piranha videos for real. I see the views that are out there, like, y'all want to see Petey Piranha a lot more, so I guess we'll see if there's a compilation that, like, I can do that. Maybe I'll do a boss rush even of the first 10 LPs, maybe. Who knows? But, like, the funny moments that I had in that game, the game that started off this year in a way, I hope to make more LPs in a year. I'm hoping to get to LP number 15 by the end of this year, and maybe even be done with it. But time will tell. So, honestly, because we're still on LP number 11 here. So, you guys have no idea what LP number 12 and 13 are. But they're going to be great games that have the similar style. And those games are good games, you know? And I look at it, I'm just like, I want to play these games again. But I have to wait, you know, because, you know, it's a job now. Like, you know, it's kind of a job that I have to do now. So, in a way, like, New Super Mario Bros. DS, I think 7 out of 10 is like a fair score. I think that's a good score to have. Like I said, I don't rate games highly, just based off of, like, maybe just like how well it performed in a way, like, obviously, but like, you know, there's just, storytelling was okay, that was good. I mean, for the limitations that the DS had, it's, you know, it was good. So, now, moving things along, we move on to Super Mario 64. That's 64. Well, I played on the Switch. For N64. Now, for N64, Super Mario 64. The 3D platformer was great. And I will say, like, just by seeing people speedrun the game constantly, probably built my skills up to be able to get on par with, like, get on par with what I need to do in said levels. Because the first time I played that game, and I was playing a handheld the entire time, handheld the entire time. Sorry, I have some dialogue to read, so let's see what happens.
That is the baby! Now baby go bye-bye!
Sorry, I had to interrupt. Because that was I'm sorry, that's the best dialogue of this game. That was the best dialogue. That's the, like, honestly, no, I'm not even kidding you, like, that's the best dialogue of this game. The baby goes, like, baby go bye-bye, bye-bye. It's like, I have to say, it's hilarious. Yeah, I don't know. I'm super hard with this, but, failed miserably on that one because I screwed up so badly on that one. So, what I should have done was left bounce up, and then that would have been fine. I screwed up on that one because I couldn't, you know, I just have to, like, you know, like, so, it is what it is, you know? I was one away, you know? The Galaxy just was right there, so, here's the intent where I actually make it, guys. Alright? And yes, this level did take me another hour to do. Actually, no, it didn't take me an hour. It took me like 20 minutes to do. Thankfully. Only 20 minutes to do. So, yeah. So here's how you want to do it. Go up, get on there. I'm not even kidding you. This was like easy for me to do. This was like easy. Just let's up. Done. 100% done. Done. You got it. You got the bonus stage. And I did it for the other two stages. So, yes. Now, back to Super Mario 64. Yeah, back to Super Mario 64. I rate that game Now, with the jankiness that it had, camera being the issue, and for the game at its time, like, the limitations that it had and everything, like, I have to be fair with it. The bosses were good, too, so I mean, I enjoyed the bosses, and I definitely, they're like replayable bosses that I want to play again. It's something I would do again. And to end up this All-Star series, and I think it was appropriate for the time being, because I was, like, moving on to, like, probably like my favorite Pixar game series. We'll see what happens. But yeah. I rate Super Mario 64. I rate it 7 out of 10. It's a fair score, and I think I'm being generous. And actually no. Am I being generous? Because the ending was great, the credits were great, you know, it was appropriate for its time being. I just wish I had actually see Yoshi live to, I just don't even talk to the baby, I guess. Okay, whoops. Clown Free. Alright. So let's, I guess, read the dialogue, maybe. 16th place. We clowns will beat you. There is no way you will win this race. You must finish first to win! Using turbo will not help. I took care of that myself. But what if he eats a power pellet and presses circle? It's like turbo. Let's find out. Yeah, I died. So I'm wondering how I rate this game. You take damage doing that, and you do turbo boost. And honestly, I wouldn't work like I would worry about it in the beginning stage. What I would worry about currently is trying to get to at least 10th place by this point. If you're not in 10th place by this point, then you're not going to get first place. I'm sorry to say this, but you're just not. Now, I kind of want to see what happens if you don't get first place, but this is another attempt I do. And, yeah. I was like, I think I can do this. So I just decided to, like, constantly miss an going, because I kind of want to see how far I can get. Now that I have the better controls. The controls are not actually that bad in this boss battle. Really, they're not. But now that I'm done talking about the boss for this, yeah, because I'll basically just point out everything. What don't worry, I think it's like the third time you're gonna see. Yeah, so you basically want to be like the because Clown just keeps spawning. In 12th place here, it's like, it's not too bad. Yeah, see, you just jump to 9th place somehow. So like I said, if you're not in 10th place by this point, you're not gonna get. Now, from here, you wanna just kind of like turbo boost, but yeah, so there's that. So 7th place, 6th place. So you wanna be in 5th place by this point. And yeah, since I die again, you start from the very beginning again. So I just decided to quit the level and then like try it again. Oh no! This is the final. Yeah, I quit the level and then I reset. Okay, I think I resetted it then. So yeah, I resetted the game too and got it back up to the life because I knew I could do it with this without dying at all. So here, I'll like alert you. But while I quickly like review like the last LP that I did before this game. By the way, Super Mario 64, good game, but yeah, that's why 7 out of 10 is it because jankiness and everything, and you know the gameplay was good, the levels were great, the frustration was just sometimes it could be a bit much. I can't really tell like how bad it can be on the N64. But you know, that's just what makes a gamer a real gamer or not. I think that's what your most important thing. Like, are you a gamer or are you not a gamer? Well, I'm here now, aren't I? I beat the game, so I'd say yeah. Doesn't matter how many times it takes, it just you learn it something. Yeah, I learned it, and that's why it didn't take too long. So, like I said, Turbo Boost your gear and your now, if you have the free clouds here in your torque place, then you're good. So now, Paper Mario 64. I think if you want to really see a deeper dive on it, this is based on memory. So my experience with Paper Mario 64, I think there was some jank here and there, but that wasn't too bad. But I was like, okay, like, it's a turn-based game. I really like turn-based games. And you know, it being my favorite Paper Mario game series, I think, and I will say this, the game is 9 out of 10. The story was creative. Maybe not 9 out of 10. Gosh, it's an 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. Sorry, let's say 8 out of 10. It's 8 out of 10. And the reason why I say this is because the music and everything, the story and the atmosphere and everything. Basically, if you're not in first place by this point, you're screwed. You're screwed if you're not in first place because at this point you should be able to like just take your time going through it. That's it. I think that's it for this video in a way. Yeah, I guess. Really, like what else can I really say? Yeah, I mean, I've reviewed the games. So like, yeah, Paper Mario 64 had great atmosphere, great story, great character developments, and great. Well, actually, no, the character development could be better. I think that's the area that a lot of Nintendo's RPGs kind of tend to lack on in the Paper Mario series is character development. I think character development is something that needs to be implemented a lot more. And if that's not done correctly, then it's like now it's not that noticeable, but it's it is kind of noticeable in a way. But yeah, let's talk to Pexus.
Daddy, go play and find more friends.
Go play and find more friends. One more thing I wanted to say before I ended off this video. Yeah, so I think in terms of like how this year went, it was a bad year, but we did make great things happen, and that's a good thing, and that's a great thing, honestly. And I hope we continue to make great things happen next year. And with that being said, if you're viewing this video in 2025, you guys are amazing for that. And so to those that have watched this in 2025, see you guys next year. Otherwise, don't forget to shine bright and stay bright.